Let's talk cell cycle and genetics. So by now, hopefully, you know how to get here, right? You go into the class, you click on course content, you find the folder that has the materials for this week in it. You find the overview, you go listen to the walkthrough. Hopefully by this time you're enjoying the memes. Click on the lab handout folder to find your lab handouts, which are right in here. And I'll open that one up again so you can see it. And we're going to talk about Mendelian genetics this time around. We're going to talk about the mitosis, how it works, and you're going to see pictures of how mitosis works. The activities you're going to do, there's a couple of different ones, and all of them, so fill this out as best as you can. You're going to submit a question set again, and so there you have multiple choice questions, so it's going to be a little different from what this is right there. Traditionally people struggle with this part, and just do the best you can. You don't have to, perfection is not necessary around here. Then the timing of the mitotic cycle, I go over that in a fair amount of detail, but actually let's go back to, so I go over the background of cell replication, I go over mitosis, and your answers for the what is visible is probably in large part in the lecture video, because we talk about when the nucleus disappears and when the nuclear spindles appear, when the chromosomes appear, and those kinds of things. So you should look in here for that kind of information. Then in the lecture, in the lab instruction part, I talk in large parts about how to create your virtual child. People oftentimes have a problem getting started with this activity. Once you figure out what you're supposed to be doing, it actually is really simple. So watch this if you're struggling a little bit with the virtual child. Actually, this one also goes with the virtual child. The other one that people usually struggle with is the cell cycle genetics. And this is where your questions and answers questions and answers site, so info and resources, um, question and answers, where I have assorted questions, assorted answers for things that people tend to tend to struggle with. In the questions and answers, you look under cell cycle genetics. Um, you find first, and I'll show you that in just a second how this works anyway, the genetics survey, and then a very detailed instruction of the timing of the mitotic cycle, because that's generally what people struggle with. If you're struggling with recognizing what these different things are, click on this site here and click your way through next a couple of times to their version of the timing of the mitotic cycle, and it gives you the ability to practice. So you see this and you're like, what is this? I think this looks like a metaphase. Click on it and it'll tell you if you're right or wrong. And so you can just go and practice through a couple of cells doing this way. Um, Hang on, let me get back to the course content where I was. Hang on, I gotta get back in it first. Cell cycle genetics. So, yes. So this is the link to that virtual online RootTip activity. There's also the Google site that gives you more information about mitosis, meiosis, more onion root tip stuff. This is what the light whitefish blastula looks like, a little bigger. And then this is the Who is the Daddy video. And then if you want to just have a little more information about mitosis and meiosis, there's optional resources, lots of videos of that kind of thing. But in terms of activities you're going to do the cell cycle genetics lecture quiz. There is a Labster on mitosis and meiosis. in the handout, you're being asked to do, so this is the mitotic cycle. And then you're being asked about making the child, and then you get to the page where this is still your child, to this page. When you get to this page, we're trying to do a survey of the class, and we can't do PTC because we can't have you taste the PTC because we're not in person. But this survey right here, you're going to get by going to the genetic survey right there. You go to the genetic survey, you click on this link, and that link opens a Google Doc for you. And in this Google Doc, you simply add your information. So put your initials here, and then you use a pull down to either you have brown eyes or you have blue eyes, what's your earlobe. If you don't know what these things look like, click on, don't know what something looks like, look for the pictures, click on the traits, and then you see what the traits look like. Fill out your results in the survey. And then once you're done with that, you can look at the results. A lot of people, they try to get the results from there. No need. I've done it all for you. Click on results. And when you click on results, you basically have the exact questions that are in your lab handout. You just basically plug these numbers in, and then you're done with that part, because that is literally what your lab handout looks like. That's exactly what it is. Okay. So, and then we've got the Who's the Daddy bonus, which is based on a real story that actually happened to me, and which was actually completely hilarious, I think. And I think that's it. I think that's it for this time. So hopefully this helped you understand what I want you to do as far as cell cycle and genetics goes. And like I said, additional questions, just head over to Labster or ask it in the questions board.